What matchups could make or break Oregon's 2015 college football season? We take a look at some of the Ducks' toughest opponents for the running backs, starting with Michigan State. It'll be power on power when the Ducks and Spartans clash in September in East Lansing. The Ducks will feature one of the nation's best running attacks, and the Spartans counter with a rush defense that ranked first in the country with 88.5 yards per game a year ago. The Spartans have a chance to be just as good in 2015, as Shalik Calhoun returns for another year, teaming up with senior Marcus Rush to make one of the most fearsome defensive lines the Ducks will face on the schedule. Next is Cal. Yes, the same Cal team that allowed a lot of points to a lot of teams last season. But mainly you can chalk that up to being bad at defending against the pass in a trigger-happy Pac-12. The Bears were 4th in the Pac-12 with 4 yards per carry allowed last season, and should be able to improve upon that mark with 9 returning starters on defense, as well as junior college transfer Devontae Wilson and end Kyle Cragen, who missed last season due to mononucleosis and has returned to be called the team's best lineman during the spring. And then, there's Stanford. There are seasons when the Cardinals' offense comes and goes, but one of the standards out in Palo Alto is defense. Despite offensive woes a year ago, the Cardinals still ranked at the top of the conference in total defense, and it wasn't even that close. The Cardinals aren't great on the line, but a quartet of strong linebackers in Kevin Anderson, Peter Kalambaya, Blake Martinez, and Kevin Palma should present a strong deterrence for any long runs out of the backfield. So what does Oregon have going in its favor? 4 words: Royce Freeman, Thomas Tyner. Possibly overshadowed by Marcus Mariota's greatness was yet another superb season by Oregon's backfield. Freeman ran with it from the first day of fall camp and didn't stop until he carried the ball 252 times for 1,365 yards and 18 touchdowns, all the while setting himself up for another potential Heisman-like season in 2015. And behind him is Tyner, who despite a slow start to the 2014 season led the Ducks with 124 yards and 2 touchdowns against Florida State in the Rose Bowl and led the Ducks in rushing in the national title game. Freeman is the hammer and Tyner is the lightning, and together they'll make it tough on just about any of the opponents the Ducks will face this season.